Welcome to Farm Chastain, a teaching program of the Chastain Park Conservancy. I'm Cathy Raper, a North Fulton Master Gardener. Let's talk great reasons to grow herbs. The first best reason is herbs are easy to grow. They are very forgiving. Not prissy like some plants who take a lot of care. Herbs are the miscongeniality of the plant world. If your soil is not the best, if you don't have the most sun during the day, your herbs may not be as plump, pretty, and full, but they will still be very satisfying. You can grow herbs in pots, in the ground, in a window box, or even on a windowsill. They are happy most anywhere. Secondly, herbs are not expensive. They cost maybe the same price as a good ice cream cone or a beer at the bar. Therefore, if they are unhappy with the way you are treating them and look listless and dull, send them on their way and replant another one. Which herbs to grow? Well, we often hear ones that we like. That's not really very helpful, as most of us, unlike the deer at the farm, don't go around nibbling herbs, so we may not know the ones we like or dislike. Look at your recipes. See the herbs most often listed in the recipes you like or the recipes online that look tantalizing to you. Buy and plant those herbs. 4 herbs we often see in recipes are oregano, thyme, basil, and rosemary. Oregano grows great in pots and is also wonderful for cooking. Here is a German oregano. Here is an Italian oregano. They are both fine and basically interchangeable in your recipes. I will say that the German oregano is a little bitter. If I have my choice, I will generally buy the Italian oregano. What about thyme? Here is English thyme, lemon thyme, and German thyme. Guess what? They are all the same herb. We'll find that many of the common names are the exact same herb. This one in English was called English thyme. In Germany, they called it German thyme. I will say something about lemon thyme. There is also creeping thyme. It makes a beautiful garden patch in your garden of thyme. It may not do as well in a pot as it may grow over the other plants that you have in it. Also, if you're cutting thyme for your dish, getting down to the lawn takes a little bit more effort than clipping up something higher. Another herb we're all familiar with is basil. We see basil a lot, again, in Italian cooking, capricci salads, and just everyday salads. Basil is great as an underlying herb in a lot of dishes where you might not see it listed. Again, here is a pesto herb. Here is a sweet basil herb. They are the exact same herb, just with a different common name. So what about the difference between cooking with fresh herbs or dried herbs? Fresh herbs are delightful, light, wonderful to add to the dishes. However, add them the last 10 or 15 minutes of cooking. if you cook them for long periods, they lose all the wonderful qualities that flavor your dishes. Rosemary is another herb that we see often. It's a little bit stronger flavor, great for lambs and meats. My favorite is Tuscan blue rosemary, since it grows very fast and large. I also like the blue tinge to the leaves. There are many varieties of rosemary, almost all of which are great for cooking. There are also draping rosemaries that will fall over the side of your pot or over your garden wall. A lovely look in both situations. So what do we do when we have an abundance of herbs? We dry them. Why do we like to dry our own herbs? Well, the dried herbs we buy at the grocery store could have traveled for 6 months before they get to us. And dried herbs do have a shelf life. And all of us know we cannot bear to throw out a $6 bottle of dried herbs, so we leave them in our kitchen for a year or two, hoping they are still good, and just adding double the amount to the dish. No, 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 no. Doesn't work that way. They've given all they have to give to the bottle. Throw it out. We have our abundance of herbs. Let's dry them ourselves. We've all seen in glossy magazines the wonderful bundles of herbs hanging from the rafters to dry. Martha Stewart doesn't come to most of our homes, therefore we need to dry our own. There are 3 ways to dry the herbs that you grow. Microwave, lay them in a single layer in the microwave, cover with a paper towel, cook on low for 3 minutes, and check every 30 seconds or so to make sure they don't get overly dry. The next method is to put them in your oven. Very low heat, again, and maybe a rimmed baking pan, 1 layer deep. Check them ever so often and take them out once they are crumbly dry. My new favorite method, however, is a dehydrator. Dehydrators can be bought online without breaking the bank. They are wonderful for drying your herbs, and you can also dry bananas, strawberries, blueberries, other vegetables. So it's a very useful all-around item to have in your household. Grow your herbs. They will satisfy you tremendously, especially if you're a novice gardener. Until next time, eat healthy, laugh often, and keep gardening.